Michael Jackson's wrongful death civil trial is expected to get underway in Los Angeles. This 3 years after Jackson died from an overdose of sedatives. His family says concert promoter AEG Live is to blame and that they owe the Jackson family billions of dollars. Why? Well, the lawsuit claims AEG hired former Dr. Conrad Murray, who administered the fatal dose of propofol. Murray is serving a 4-year sentence for involuntary manslaughter, but the civil trial is just getting underway. CNN producer Alan Duke is closely watching the case and comes to us live from CNN Los Angeles. Alan, Michael Jackson's performances were spectacles. His life was a spectacle. And now this trial, years after his death, is it going to be a spectacle too? I hear people are already talking about surprise star witnesses.
Oh, well, yes. And one reason it may be a spectacle is Tuesday morning we'll find out if we're going to have our cameras in the courtroom. We've asked the judge for permission to do that, and lawyers will debate that on Tuesday. Prince and Paris Jackson, the 16 and 15-year-old, respectively, children of Michael Jackson, are on the witness list. They have been deposed. They will most likely testify early in the trial, as will Katherine Jackson. Michael Jackson's mother, the matriarch of the Jackson family, can be very dramatic, and you may see it on TV.
You know, this is such a tangle, but if you can explain it in simple terms, there's already a man in jail for involuntary manslaughter, Dr. Murray. Why would anyone blame a concert company now for Jackson's death?
Michael Jackson's 3 children and his mother sued AEG Live. That's the concert promoter that was putting on the This Is It concert tour in London. And they're saying that they hired Conrad Murray. Dr. Murray was their employee, and that they were directing him in his care of Michael Jackson. They say that the company should have reasonably known that the treatment could lead to Michael Jackson's death. The pressure they were putting on Conrad Murray did that. However, the concert company, AEG Live, says, we never hired him. He was working for Michael as his personal physician for 3 years before he ever, before the concert company ever signed with Michael Jackson. And so there is going to be a debate over, was he an employee or wasn't he? If so, under the U.S. civil law, they could be held liable for billions, and I'm talking about billions of dollars of damages.
Really? I'm curious about the law on this. Are you talking or hearing from outside experts? Are they saying anything about whether this is a good case with a chance of winning?
Not really a lot of speculation on that. In the jury system, I think it's hard to tell what's going to come up. I can tell you that there are strong arguments on each side. There are emails that will be brought into evidence that will show that AEG Live executives were saying, he better do what we say, and this is what we want him to do, and that sort of thing. But then again, there was no written contract that had been signed by all parties. So there's a vigorous debate over whether or not he was their employee or not, and if they were liable. And then, how much money would Michael Jackson have made had he lived past 50 years old? That's going to be another big part of the trial. Well,
I wanted to ask you about that because they're asking for billions. I mean, the number is astonishing. Where did they get that number from?
Well, there was in one court filing the figure $40 billion, but let me say they're not actually asking for $40 billion. That was something that has to do with the technicality that was put in there. What they are expecting, though, is if they win this thing, to get several $billion because they're figuring that Michael Jackson, keep in mind, he sold 1 million tickets 4 years ago in 1 hour. When those This Is It tour tickets went on sale, 1 million of them sold out, 1 million sold out in 1 hour. So as a result of that, they think he would have made a couple of $1 billion or so just touring the rest of his life, not counting the music, the movies, and everything else he would have done. And so that is what is at stake here.
It is a strange, sad circus, and as you point out, we may see it on live TV. Alan Duke in Los Angeles. Thanks very much.